Hello, this is Samson here. This is a different kind of video than you're expecting to see. I spent the last several weeks reflecting on the life that I've lived, and particularly the suffering I've experienced. I hope that nobody watching this video has suffered like I have, because it is a lot, and I care about all of you. But if you have, or are, this video is for you. I have what you could call a unique perspective on what suffering means and how it ties into our faith. So without further ado, this video is called Everyone Knows What Suffering Is. It doesn't need to be explained. I could list many different kinds of suffering, but what would be the point? You know what it is that you're going through, or have been through, and that's what matters. What does it mean to suffer? What does it mean to feel hurt, sad, angry, afraid, embarrassed, alone, and trapped? What does it mean that you went through what you went through? That you're going through what you're going through? These are questions I have asked myself before in various stages of my life. I'm not going to pretend to know or understand what has happened to you or is happening to you. And I shouldn't expect the same from you about me. But that gap in knowledge and understanding is not the end of the story. In fact, it may just be the beginning. I also don't have all the answers, and I possibly don't have any of them. But this is only the perspective of one DeSales student. We live in a world that is far more ready to break people down than build them up. Where evil is prevalent, where bad things can happen to good people, and where a person can look at themselves and hate what they see with every fiber of their being. But that's not all the world is. There's also good to be found, and that's worth spending your life investing in the hope of growing and maintaining the good which you found. Where does God come into the equation? Is he the answer? If he's the answer, then why must it take suffering to lead to him? Exactly where is he? It can be easy to feel discouraged, faithless, hopeless, in the face of suffering, of misery, of despair. But what if I told you that may be the point? Now, I know that sounds terrible, but I ask that you hear me out. What do you think of the possibility that the purpose of suffering is to bring us closer to God? To show us that we need him? To want to be with him because we have felt the feeling of being without him? What do you think of that? Personally, I think that is the answer. It's difficult to accept and easy to forget, but the truth is often that way. I have found purpose in my own suffering, even if I sometimes forget what it is and sink back into despair. No matter where you are in your faith journey, I believe that this perspective, one similar to it, is what can take your suffering from a pain you endured to a wisdom you can share. That's actually a natural part of life. Parents teach their children from experience, who teach their children from experience after that. It's the same here. Try to build and sustain a relationship with God in this life we live. He is completely willing to either help you out of your suffering or help you through it. Whichever will have better results in that. The fact that we are unaware of what the results will be until they happen means that we must also put our trust in the Lord and allow him to help us. God has helped me navigate my own suffering, which has both made me a better person for it and caused me to love him in a more complete and stable way. I have no doubt that he would do the same for anyone else who needs it. To summarize what I'm trying to say, there is meaning, beauty even, in the pain that you feel. And working with God, rather than staying lost, is the key to a happiness that is more purposeful and fulfilling than a happiness that is born out of no suffering at all. That is, in my own opinion, well and truly, the big picture of